Hi, I'm Jordan, and I'm going to answer a few interesting questions about the human body.
Why do we cry? Crying is a natural emotional reaction to specific feelings, usually sadness or hurt, and sometimes great happiness. It is a release of these emotions. It has social value because it sends a message to those around you that you are experiencing high emotion and they can respond appropriately. It also has a biochemical purpose, as it releases stress hormones or toxins from the body. Scientists can even determine whether you are crying happy or sad tears due to the chemicals that are released. Why do we yawn? When we are tired or bored, our breathing becomes shallow and less oxygen is taken in. Yawning causes us to breathe deeply and increase oxygen intake and decrease carbon dioxide. Yawning seems to be contagious. This is due to suggestibility, or how well we connect with other people. If we feel empathy, we yawn when they do. Some scientists believe it was a form of communication amongst cavemen. When one person started yawning, others did too, indicating that it was time for everyone to get some sleep.
Oh, and by the way, just one thing. If you yawn during that whole explanation, don't worry, it's completely normal.
Next up, why do we snore? Snoring happens when the muscles of your airway relax too much while you are breathing and vibrate, creating a noise when we breathe. Most people will snore only occasionally. Very loud snoring is often caused by other sleep-related breathing disorders, like allergies, eating too much at night, a stuffy nose, pregnancy, and swollen tonsils, especially in children. Do our hair and fingernails grow after we die? When the brain dies, the body no longer receives oxygen, so the cells in your body start to die. Without the production of new cells, nothing grows, including your hair and nails. It only looks like the hair and nails are growing because your skin starts to shrink and shrivel, exposing more of your hair and nails, making it look like they've grown.
Why do we sneeze? Sneezes start in your nerves. They protect your body by clearing the nose of bacteria and viruses. It's a nerve transmission that tells your brain there's something in your nose that needs to come out. You can usually stop a sneeze by pinching your nose like this. Sneezes can be as fast as 161 kilometers per hour, but don't worry, no matter how fast or violent your sneezes are, your eyeballs are never going to pop out. Why do we have hair on our head? We lose approximately 25% of our body heat through our scalp. The hair on our heads provides warmth in cooler seasons and protection from UV rays and from minor injuries. Cavemen were much hairier than we are now, but as we developed the ability to make fire and clothes, great hairiness is no longer necessary. Next up, why do our eyes become weaker as we age? It's the same with all our body parts. The cells begin to degrade and lose functionality. The most common and obvious change is presbyopia. After the age of 40, it's more difficult to focus on objects up close. This is a perfectly normal loss of focusing ability due to the hardening of the lens inside your eye. Why can some people twitch their ears and others cannot? This is an evolutionary thing. Just like your cat or dog can prick up its ears to listen more carefully, so could the caveman. It was an important ability to have to improve listening carefully to approaching danger or to help seek out dinner. No longer necessary for man, it is fading out of existence. What organs or parts of the human body do we no longer need? First up, the appendix. This is a small pouch attached to your large intestine at the junction of the small intestine. It no longer aids in digestion. Plus, none of the 1 in 20 people that have had one removed seem to miss it. And now, wisdom teeth. Those largely painful teeth that often have to be removed as they are impacted because the human jaw has become much smaller over time and the wisdom teeth just have nowhere to grow. Before toothbrushing even existed, a young adult would have lost many of his teeth and the incoming wisdom teeth would have been helpful. Next, erectopili and body hair. Erectopili are little muscles that contract and cause our body hair to stand up, or goosebumps. Now for our ancestors, that would have been pretty handy, especially if they wanted to look big and scary, have all their hair stick out, like a cat.
And that concludes all the answers to my interesting questions about the human body. Hope you enjoyed or learned something new. Thanks for watching and goodbye.
Before I go, I have a feeling that you want to see some bloopers.
It is a release of these emotions. It has social value because it is a release of...
Holy
The hair on her head... Wait, I'm sorry. The hair on our head provides warmth for
swollen tonsils.
God.
Swollen tonsils, especially in children.